Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. We're here to chit chat about all the bullshit that we don't want to think about.
Well, we're going to try and ignore it today, I think.
Yeah, at least for this time being.
The few minutes that we have.
That we've blocked out for our lives to not have to just be in reality. I made the comment today that the dream is way more fun than the reality.
Yes.
I am having a hard time with that right now. Trying not to have like a little pity party, you know?
I mean, I think we're allowed to have a pity party for a little bit.
But it's a little...
But you can't wallow it there. What's your favorite thing to do when you're having a pity party for yourself? Like what? Oh, well, yeah. Duh. I should have known the answer to that. Outside of bitching.
Workout.
Okay.
Listen to loud music.
These are all like really healthy coping skills. Any guilty pleasures? TV you would never watch except for when you're having a pity party for yourself.
Sometimes it depends on my mood if I want to cry.
Oh.
Or if I want to ignore. If I want to cry, I'm going like, oh man, The Man in the Moon, Steel Magnolias, just other like big cry fest that I used to have. Beaches, My Girl, Terms of Endearment. I saw a clip from My Girl the other day, just a clip, and it was the one where Veda was talking about how she slams the door in his face and like, you can't come back for 5 to 7 days. If I want to numb my brain, The Kardashians is what I will watch in very small doses. I can only tolerate it for a little bit, and it really depends on what the focus is of that show. So if it's like focused on like Chloe and Scott Disick, like that duo I can get behind. If it's focused on Courtney, I can't. I don't know if I should admit this publicly. All-time favorite is The Newlyweds with Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey, who are no longer married.
I mean, weren't we all obsessed with that when it was out? I kind of forgot about it. Bring it up, but I know I watched it all, and I had my being sideswept.
Did you?
Like hers, yeah.
I own all the DVDs.
Okay, I didn't go that way.
All the seasons. I think there's 3. There might have been like 2 full and then like 2 short seasons, but I own all of them. And I have been known. I've only lived in this house that I've been living in for seven years currently. I've watched them in this home.
Oh my God, I love that for you. Okay, so here's a question, because Nick Lachey obviously has moved on to do some other things.
Yeah.
One of which is he co-hosts a reality
like
TV
Love is Blind or something? Is that what it is?
With his current wife.
Yes. Nessa Lachey, but I don't know her star name.
Nope. Neither.
Yeah.
So they do Love is Blind, but they also do The Ultimatum.
I've never heard of this.
The Ultimatum is they have groups of couples.
Oh.
Right. So they'll have 4 to 6 couples, I think.
This already sounds like a divorce waiting to happen.
Well, they go to this retreat. So basically, one person of the couple has given the ultimatum: we're getting married or we're breaking up. And the other person has reservations. So they go do this whole setup.
They duke it out on
hosted. TV. No, they literally date each other and then decide and live with each other.
With other couples?
With other partners, to see if they really truly appreciate their partner and want to get married, or they'd rather see what's out there.
So it's like wife swap, but with the potential of calling it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, kind of.
This is disastrous.
But I love.
It's okay. Like date. What are the limits?
I don't think there. I don't think there really are limits.
You would never come back from that.
I mean, I wouldn't.
No, I would never come back from that.
I wouldn't know. Like, I also wouldn't give an ultimatum though.
I also feel agreed. I also feel like that's an emotional. That could also be
landmine.
Emotional cheating as well.
Oh, for sure. I think there's way more of that than anything else.
Yeah, but I'm not an ultimatum girl either. I just not. I mean, I understand.
I think if I threw an ultimatum out there and the person sort of conceded, I would never know if that's what they truly wanted. And so I would always wonder.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I'm a person that within my home, I just do kind of like, I just be happy. And it kind of falls exactly into that. I don't want to force you into something that you don't want to do. It doesn't make me feel good.
Well, and also if you don't want to be there either,
don't fucking come. Don't.
This is why you and I bought the Broadway season tickets.
Correct. Because I don't want right. Don't
like
want
we very much were intentional about this is something I want to do. This is something you want to do. Other people in our lives don't necessarily want to do them. We're going to commit to doing this together. So we have a great time. And we did.
Yes. It was fun.
Every time.
Yes. So the ultimatum. So basically, do you see these couples? Is this one that you watch on a regular basis?
that I watch
Yeah.
on a regular basis. I watched maybe parts of the first season. I'm sure
Okay.
there's multiple seasons. I was just kind of intrigued to see what was going to happen because I knew it was going to be a shit show.
Mhm.
See, so that's where the guilty pleasure part comes
Sure,
in for
'cause
me.
you're
Because
watching
I'm like,
destroy their lives.
oh my God, do these people need a therapist?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is watching some human nature kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, some people decide that they want to move forward and get married, and some people are like, I'm out.
I just lose my patience with it, I think. Because people are so dumb. I don't I don't tolerate that.
Well, and I think you have to consider who's auditioning
Sure.
or sending in
there's a reason
whatever
for it,
for
right?
some of the
There's
reality
always
TV, but
it
right.
always
because
shocks
it's low key trying to get like
celebrity like into that world. Just heard someone say the other day, if I was trying to get into that world today because they're already famous, they're like, I would go on a reality show. Yeah, like I would probably go on Bachelor, whatever any of those are. I've never watched any of those either. I don't like them. I don't know. It just makes me irritated. I don't know why, but I obviously like Nick and Jessica, or I used to watch. There was Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards had one. The Shannon Moakler, drummer boy,
Travis Barker, who's actually now
with
Chloe.
Courtney. Oh yeah,
Courtney was with Scott.
Girl, where
I mean,
have
they
you
were.
been?
No.
They have not been together.
No,
for
I knew that, but I thought at the beginning of this you said Chloe and Scott.
Yeah,
can get
Chloe and Scott, I can get behind.
Oh, and in my brain, I
You
was
put
like,
with,
oh, they're a couple. See, I so not watched
Yeah.
the Kardashians or followed them. I don't know which sister is
so on
which.
TikTok. Like Chloe's the one that everyone rumored was the glove doesn't fit.
OJ's daughter. I thought everyone thought Kim was OJ's daughter.
No.
Relations.
Yeah, but the Shannon Moakler one and Travis Barker, that was whatever. I also watched Till Death Do Us Part with Carmen Electra and Dave Navarro. So I mean, I like those.
Spoiler alert.
That
did not
part them. No, it did not.
They
Did you watch that?
I don't remember.
Oh.
No. I remember the Bret Michaels one.
Oh, see, I didn't watch that.
And I remember when Tommy Lee came to our local college campus and filmed.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, he had a whole season of him attending a local college. I remember watching that. So that would have been when we were probably like 2021 when that happened, because we had people we graduated with were going to school with.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee.
Interesting. That's crazy.
Flavor Flav.
I just remember the clock.
Yeah.
I don't remember his show. I never watched it.
Same premise
Yeah.
as like Michael's, where
Okay.
they're like, oh, it was Flavor Flav's Flavor of Love. So it was basically the Bachelor Bachelorette mixed with the real world. He would be dating like 8 women that would be living in his house, and by the end of the season, he was supposed to pick one. You know what my favorite reality TV show is to watch, guilty pleasure / all night while I'm sleeping, is Tops.
Bad boys.
I will tell you.
It makes you feel good about your life.
I, have a little attraction to the cop uniform.
Oh, I was like, where are we going? Does it not make you feel better about your life? It should. But yeah, a guy in uniform it's
the guy in uniform thing, I think.
Well, they got all the belts and and then they got the vest on. That's kind of extra. And
yeah. Like if I was gonna watch porn, I'd watch Cops.
The cops doing porn, or like just your porn is Cops?
My porn is Cops.
I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, actually, so my fiance went to a police officer's retirement party last weekend.
Ooh, did he not invite you?
No, I was invited.
Okay.
And I said, no, thank you.
I don't need to be amongst all of these.
I was like, I don't think it's a good idea for me to go start drinking in that environment.
Flirty you.
I mean, you've seen me drunk.
Yeah. Yeah, you're flirty.
I'm super flirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not gonna. So I was like, you
go
have a wonderful time, and I'm gonna go do something totally different.
That's smart. See, maturity.
Yeah.
Because there probably would have been a time in your life that you were like, hell yeah, I want to go hang out with all these cops. I couldn't tell you last time I watched Cops. I do like the first 48. Yeah. That's a good one.
There's a couple detectives on there that are just...
Yeah, it's been a few years. We don't have regular cable anymore, so I don't watch a lot of that stuff because I don't have tons of streaming services.
Well, it's on Peacock right now.
Oh, okay, good to know. Teen Mom.
Apparently that's still going.
It is still going. So I have a small infatuation with Teen Mom because basically if it would have been like a year or two before and I had known about it, I totally could have had a wonderful story on Teen Mom.
Like you could have been cast.
Yes. And thank God I wasn't, right? Like monetarily, seems like a lot of them are doing okay. I don't mind sharing my story at all. I don't want it out there like that. Right. Because when I share it in my personal world or even in this, like it's still mine. Where I think when you put it out on reality TV, it's no longer yours. There is a podcast of the couple that gave up their baby up for adoption. Tyler and Caitlin, and they are doing a podcast now, and it came across my thing, and they're still doing something, but some of those train wrecks.
I feel like there were a lot more train wrecks than there were good stories that came out of that.
Yeah.
A lot of.
I just saw I didn't just typically say Farrah Abraham. She's now trying to do stand-up comedy, and maybe she's funny. She's a person who I would describe as a defensive bitch. Meaning she's not a bitch. She's constantly on defense.
Oh, okay.
You know, she's constantly in defense mode. She's always feeling like she's being attacked, even if someone isn't. She just is that way, very guarded. I met her in person. She was whatever. She was fine. But I think it's interesting because these, again, teen parents put in a totally different world, and you saw so many different situations, which I think is good for people to see.
Right.
I can't believe that one's still on. And again, I don't know, does MTV exist?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't think we watch any other reality TV shows. Say Yes, the Dress. That's considered
reality. Oh my God. What did we watch?
Baby Stories.
And
Wedding
TLC.
The Wedding Story.
Wedding Stories and Baby
And then
Stories.
Baby Stories.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Right after school.
Yeah. Yep. And then they had the 4 weddings. Is that what they called it? Where they had like 4 people, basically, like they all like tried through the best wedding, and each other person on the show went to the other person's wedding and they won a prize. But no, we watched the Wedding Story and the Baby Story. But that was also back in the time where like TLC would do documentary sort of reality things. So it was like in one episode, like a 2-hour episode. And that's like when the Duggars happened. I think that's kind of how those started. They had the Baby Story, the Wedding Story first. And then it kind of developed in these longer periods of time. And then K+8. John and K+8 was first, I guess. Is it required to basically have your life go into shambles when you get on reality TV? I mean, it feels like that happens a lot.
Is it required? I think it's a consequence. I think it's a consequence.
That's a good way to say it, yeah.
But I also think you have to consider what personalities are
seeking that out,
are looking for the limelight. So I think it's a combination, probably.
Yeah.
There's some predisposed underlying stuff, and then it all comes to a head.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Duggars, it was because that was their way to spread the word of Bill Gothard, their cult leader. Alleged cult leader. Maybe I should redact that.
No, not a spell.
I'm like, yeah, no, call a spade a spade. But that was their whole thing, was to like, we can get our preaching out. I think John and Kate, maybe this might be a way of survival for us, but then it became maybe a little bit greed. Remember Octomom? Yeah. I wonder what happened to her. That woman took so much heat. I don't remember the story. She had 8 children at one time, right? Carried 8 babies. And I believe she had other children at home as well. She was a single mother.
Well, maybe I'm biased. I think part of why she got a lot of flack was because there were a lot of medical ethical issues
with her. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
I don't recall all of it, but yeah.
Yeah. There were a lot of ethical questions around fertility, around the pregnancy and post-pregnancy. So there was that aspect of it. And then I think there also was some degree of an aspect of certain groups of people were angry because she was in a financial position to support that many children.
Again, I don't know the story. I don't know if she chose to have 8. They put 8 embryos in her. Or did they multiply?
Or more. I would have to look at the specifics. But there were multiple embryos that were embedded due to some kind of fertility process. And then I think there was an option to reduce.
She opted not to.
And she opted not to.
Remember, that was just a whole wild story at the time. And then, Paris and Nicole Richie.
Yeah, it was
The Simple Life.
Lionel Richie's daughter. Lionel Richie's daughter.
Which adopted daughter. I'm pretty sure, right? No?
No.
Why do I feel like I heard her talking that he ended up just like basically taking her in? I have to search this because I want to leave it in if I'm not wrong, but I want to take it out. Her biological parents are Peter Michael Escovedo, a musician who toured briefly with Lionel, and Karen Moss, an assistant to Nicole's aunt. So basically, this guy was in his band. And Lionel and his wife at the time basically took her in. Anyway, so they had a show, The Simple Life, which I didn't watch religiously.
I
enjoyed
that
watching
was one
now.
that I cannot handle.
Because now that I know that they were
fake
just so
stupid.
fake, she does do fake stupid. Have you heard of some of the stuff that she's gone through in real life?
Yeah. I mean,
It's awful.
Yeah.
She's an advocate now for basically, I don't know what you call those camps.
It's the disciplinary boot camps.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. That was another big one too. It is nice to just numb your brain. Lately I'm watching, oh my gosh, I'm gonna draw a blank. It's one with Ellen Pompeo about the little girl who the family adopts her and then they think that she's not a little girl.
There's one with Ellen Pompeo.
Yeah, it's on Hulu right now.
Oh, I haven't seen that. It's the girl from Russia, right? Natalia Grace.
Yes, Natalia Grace. Yes, that's what it is. In Ukraine. Yes. So it is regarding that situation. And I'm not sure where it's going to go. First off, the girl who plays her, this is mildly terrifying. The girl who plays her is 27.
Wow.
But I've heard stories so I want to get through the show. Yeah. It's like they say it's based on, and so I don't know how much of it is true and how much of it is true. But I don't want to go diving into that information until I've seen it. But are you watching anything currently besides Cops or besides your porn?
Well, I went to bed at 48 hours last night.
Oh, there you go. True crime. You want all of that? Like that's
part of why I picked up Peacock was because I was out of true crime on Hulu and Netflix.
Okay.
And Amazon. Like literally
done it all
out. I have seen them all. So I was like, I guess we'll start a different streaming service. Impressive. I don't think that's impressive. I think at this point I've developed some skills to escape situations.
That's impressive.
And maybe to hide some evidence.
Impressive.
And in the meantime, I've managed to avoid many, many, many things in my life. Like feelings.
Yeah, feelings or, things that just don't sound good to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I've had a couple mornings lately that I walked back in from dropping kids off. I'm like, okay, I've got 45 minutes before I have to be to work. And I just kind of look around and I'm like,
not gonna do it.
Not for here nor there. I just don't want to do it. Yeah. Do you know what I want to do?
I could guess probably 40 things.
On a nice, lovely patio with like a beautiful view, sipping a cocktail with live music in the background. Like I'm at this weather. Like I want like.
So what's funny is that I had a little bit of time before we were scheduled to meet in between appointments, and I was like, or should I find somewhere to sit outside?
I know.
And have a cup of coffee, cocktail.
Yeah.
And I couldn't think of anywhere in between where I was and here that had outdoor tables yet. Are there any parks around here? Mm-hmm. And then I was like,
across from the school up there.
Yeah, and
I walk that one.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
When I have felt shady to me.
No, not during. I mean, like during the day, it's a lot of elderly.
Okay,
it has a really nice park there now. I think it's a little different than it used to be, but it also
everyone went
open.
So see, I felt like it was.
No, maybe they've changed it.
Maybe they've changed
because it's very open. Like you can be here and see. I mean, because you have some buildings
twists and turns
stuff
or whatever.
But like I've walked like when I have free time during the day. If I just have enough time, I'm like, you know what, I need to get outside, and so I've gone over there.
Well, I bet it's changed a lot since that was the skip school and hide at the park. It probably looks different.
Mm-hmm. I never skipped school. Did you skip school?
Well, I was at the park.
So yes.
So I'll let you come to your own conclusion. You didn't have to skip school. Did they even expect you there in my senior year?
I don't think so. I mean, I had classes,
but no one was keeping track.
Not
of
really.
Like your comings. And
no,
goings, which
not really.
Fun. So I mean, you were doing that, and I was
just skirting by,
and I was at the park.
Yeah, fair. Oh, funny. This morning, so there's this mom's group on Facebook that. Sometimes I just can't and I have to unfollow, and other times it's funny. But this morning, I'm going to rename the school. But she posted, hey, some freshmen just left on foot towards the McDonald's.
Oh.
School starts in 5 minutes. Everyone check on their kids. Like basically calling
Listen,
out.
Karen.
So that's immediately all these. First off, some of these mothers. First off, was everyone going to check their kids' location. Like that's what the comments were. Like everyone right now checking on their kids' locations. Other ones were, I know my daughter would never do that, but I better check. She's such a good person. Or my kiddo wouldn't do that. They're so good. Don't be
honey.
You know who were the good girls?
We were the good girls. And you know what I would have done? I would have left my damn phone in my locker so it looked like I was at school all day.
Right. And then had a friend grab it for you so you didn't even have to try to get back in the building.
Right.
Yeah. Or I just have a friend hold it. But I mean, all the things. And it's like,
yeah. Or you just got home and you're like, oh my God, I forgot my phone in my locker.
Right. So one mom was like, she said, maybe they were going to get breakfast. And one mom was like, 4 minutes before the bell rings. I doubt it.
They offer breakfast at the school. Remember?
No, like they were leaving. Like that's what
They were leaving.
And I remember kids doing it all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
So we were kind of around the time of and or pre-Columbine. So there was a point in time where you just walked in and out the doors whenever you wanted to.
Yeah.
Because all the doors were always unlocked.
They were always unlocked.
And then that shifted. So then you'd have to stand outside.
Right. Always unlocked.
Right. And then where the art hall was, there was that entrance. And so you would have to sometimes, but the goal was to
sneak in that door,
sneak in that
was ringing
door
as passing period
during passing period because you'd have to pound on it, and then some other student
would let you
delinquent
yeah
would let you sneak through,
yeah,
and then you just went on with your day.
Did you even have a car all that time? Probably not. Probably went with someone else.
I had a car by then, but I mean,
there were some people that would just leave on foot.
No, I never left on foot.
No, I didn't either. That would take way too much work. No, but yeah, I took my car. Not really.
I either left in my own car or someone picked me up.
Well, thank you for avoiding reality with me.
Absolutely.
I needed that.
You know what time it is? School pickup time. Oh, we're going to let you guys go.
Yeah. Well, okay, with that, back to reality. Have a great rest of your week, you guys. Follow us on Instagram, unfiltered.unashamed. Find us on YouTube and Spotify, both Unfiltered and Unashamed. Follow and like us. Follow us on Spotify. Subscribe and like on YouTube, please.
You can email us as yourself or anonymously at unfilteredunashamed@gmail.com.
Yeah. Tell us your guilty pleasure. Are we missing a show?
And or what you did at the park when you were supposed to be at school.
I thought you were going to say something else. I thought you were going to say.
Oh, no.
I was like, I thought you were going to say, or your porn. And I was like, no.
No.
I don't see that.
No.
I don't care if it's real or if it's not real.
No.
Keep it to yourself. Thank you very much.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Whatever you're into, you're into. I'm okay with that as long as it's not hurting anyone else. That being said, I don't necessarily want to see visuals of that.
No, even if it's
I don't want to see a visual of myself
or anything.
So.
That opportunity left the building
and was sucked into the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, it's down.
Gone.
It's down.
Gone.
Yep. Well, with that, everyone, have a great night, great day, great whatever the fuck you're having. All right, bye.